What does our legal system look like in 10 years?
Well, what does the reformation look like it's needed? You know, all of these attorneys and all of the people involved in the Georgia case, in the Agorian case, and in this case, and the Fed raid case, every single person involved deserves to go to jail. Yeah. All of them. Completely barred from law. If you're an FBI agent to put the top secret folder on that wasn't top secret, this is all conspiracy. It's really like RICO. And they all deserve to go to jail, and they deserve to be made examples of. Go to jail for life for what they've done. And when we look back at, the election in 2020, which the majority of Americans believe was fraudulent, and then we look at the economic damage that's happened because of COVID, because of the economy, because of this administration getting in. We look at the societal damage, the cultural damage, because of the open borders and what's going on. Like, dude, this is treason. For this to be fixed, every single one of those people has to be held accountable, and they will only be held accountable if people start demanding accountability. I think this is good. This is happening to Trump, that they're doing this, because I think it's going to allow these people to be held accountable, because that's the precedent that's being set right now. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality, guys. Today we have Andy and DJ.
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
That's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for, cruise the internet. This is where we put topics on the screen, the topics of the day. We speculate on what's true, on what's not true, and then we talk about how we, the people, got to solve the problems going on in society. Other times throughout the week, we're going to have Q&AF. That's like what we did yesterday, where you submit questions and we answer them. You can submit your questions for Q&AF, which can be about anything. Usually they're about how to win, how to kick ass in life, business, entrepreneurship, but we'll answer them all. You can submit those questions a few different ways. The first way is,
guys, you can email those questions in to askandy@andyfrisella.com.
Or you go on YouTube in the comments section of the Q&AF episode, ask your question. We'll pick some from there as well. Other times we have Real Talk. Real Talk is exactly what it sounds like. It's 5 to 20 minutes of me giving you some real talk, and then we have 75 hard verses. 75 hard verses where we bring on a guest who has completed 75 hard program, which is the initial phase of the Live Hard program, talks about how their life was a dumpster fire and how they extinguished that dumpster fire using the Live Hard program. If you're unfamiliar with the Live Hard program, the 75 Hard program, it is the world's most popular mental transformation program in history, and it just so happens to be free. You can get it for free at episode 208 on the audio feed only. We were not on YouTube back then. We've only been doing YouTube for a short while. So episode 208 on the audio feed, go check it out. There is a book available called The Book on Mental Toughness. It's available on andyfrisella.com that outlines the entire Live Hard program plus 10 chapters on mental toughness, forward by Tim Grover, and a bunch of case studies of famous people you know and how they use mental toughness to become the famous people that you know. Now, you're going to notice on this show, we don't run ads. I don't want to have to report to anybody about what I can and can't say. I fund this show myself. I see it as a matter of service, and so I make a deal with you guys, all right? So I'm not going to fill your ears with 30 minutes worth of ads, and I ask very simply that you pay the fee, and what paying the fee means, support our companies and share the show. If the show makes you laugh, it makes you think, if it gives you a new perspective, if it teaches you some things, if it's something that you need to share, please share it, okay? We're constantly battling shadow bans and traffic throttling and all that shit because we talk about the stuff nobody wants us to talk about. So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. What's up, dude?
Hey.
What?
Huh?
What are you doing? You got cherry over there?
What?
I know you like that cherry chapstick.
No, this ain't cherry.
What is it?
It's just offensively large sunscreen lip balm.
Why is it so large?
That's fucked up.
What?
That's fucked up.
You're the one that said it was large, bro.
Emily got this for me, actually.
Well,
that's fucked up. I didn't even think about it like that, man.
Think about like what?
That's so
what are you talking about? I was just asking why it's so large.
Have you seen that? Well, I mean, listen.
The chapstick.
There is a running, there's a consistent theme there. But, have you seen that meme of the, it's like, I saw it on some pro-black page. It was like, I don't know why white people call us monkeys, and then they show like a monkey's lips and then like a white person's lips. Have you seen that meme?
No.
Have you guys seen that meme? Let me find. I gotta find it real quick.
We don't look at the racist memes. Only you look at the racist memes.
Oh, I look at. That.
Yeah.
Why
they're your
else?
favorite.
Yeah, my favorite memes. Let's see. How do I?
We're not allowed to look at them.
I don't even know how to begin to
when we
search
see them,
this.
our eyes catch on fire.
Monkey, white people lips.
And then the phone yells at us because we're racist. Do not laugh.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
report
here it is. Oh, you cannot argue with science. I love it. Look at this. For every white that has called a black person a monkey, you cannot argue with science.
I mean, that's pretty good.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good chapstick though.
Yeah.
Keeps my my lips nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate meme.
You're good though.
Huh?
You're good.
I got good lips.
You're black by the lips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can dance pretty good.
Oh shit, man. Unemployable?
Yes, right. Oh, fuck, dude. That's fucking true. Oh my God, dude.
Let's get this going, man. This is great. I fucking love it. I love it. That's
I didn't mean to laugh at that. Whatever, dude. Fuck it.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Oh man. Everything good with you, man? You good?
Yeah, dude.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers. Yeah, I got my Tropic Lightning First Form Energy today. I'm making a switch. I've been doing the Screaming Freedom for a while, and I was at Will's wedding this weekend, and I drank some Tropic Lightning. I forgot how good it is.
Tropic Lightning's good, especially when it's cold.
Bro,
You get a
it's
nice
so
cold
good.
one. Mm-hmm.
The orange and the Tropic Lightning are neck and neck for me.
Yeah. Should combine them.
Huh? Orange Lightning?
Mm-hmm.
Now every other company's going to have that next week.
Tropic Sunrise.
Yeah. Well, that's a good name. I like that. Anyway, it's good.
We're good with
It's
names.
fucking good. Yeah. Energy drink's going well, dude. We're starting to move pretty well.
Oh,
Do
dude.
a lot of direct-to-consumer energy, which no one's ever done before.
Well, it's super cool too, bro. Like, cause like it's almost like anywhere I go now, I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
And like I also love too. Like, I mean, we're local. You guys know we're in Missouri right now. But like the Deerbergs, the fucking displays are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, the customers do that.
Like it's
The
crazy.
customers walk by and do that.
Like,
That's
it's
dude, that's
crazy.
our community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's our own community. Like everybody, when the cans are backwards, they straighten them out.
Yeah.
We call it the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's badass.
It's just how it's done, man.
Yeah,
I
and
love
our
it.
customers are fucking care enough to like take care of our shit when we're not there. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
It's real shit, man.
Yeah,
Well, you wanna do some shit?
yeah, let's do it.
You wanna do it?
Yeah, not that.
You wanna do it real good?
Fuck, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it all the way.
Guys, let's get into this. But before we get to our headlines, we got a dumbass of the day.
All right.
Yeah, these are good. It's your favorite or your second favorite person, I think, on the internet.
Kamala,
No,
Hillary.
that's first.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. There's a lot of people that would rank in the second.
Sakiwaki.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do hate her. Yeah.
Jin Saki, man.
I like KGP better than Saki. Saki is just so fucking hateable.
Dude, it's so easy too.
Yeah.
She does not make it hard.
No.
Like some people, it's like, you're like, you actually really want to like them.
Yeah.
You just hate them. Saki, it's like,
At least like when you watch KGP, you could tell she knows she's lying. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows she's lying. And it's almost like kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because like she knows she's lying.
we're just
and-
not going to get into that.
Yeah, right. Right. But Saki would straight up just be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, do you remember the Communist Party hat thing she wore?
yeah, because she's a fucking communist like the rest of them.
Bro.
Bro, these people don't understand. Communists don't come out and say they're communists, dude.
Yeah.
They meet in secret.
It's like being gay in 2000.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole community and no one knows about it. Yeah. What do you mean they're not communists? They don't say they're communists. No shit.
Yeah, they're in the closet. In your closet. There's a difference.
Stealing your shit.
But Jin Saki, man, she gets it today. She wrote this book a couple of years ago, and now she's being forced to completely rewrite that book and republish it. Headline reads, Jen Psaki forced to edit book after making misleading claim about Biden not checking watch at ceremony. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, she wrote a book about it. So MSNBC host Jen Psaki said she will alter future reprints of her book after being called out for downplaying President Biden looking at his watch during a 2021 ceremony for U.S. service members who were killed in Afghanistan. Psaki, who was Biden's White House press secretary before joining MSNBC, initially claimed in her new book, Say More, that Biden never looked at his watch, quote, during the ceremony. But a report by Axios noted that Psaki's version contradicted pictures and Gold Star family's firsthand accounts. Now, Psaki, the article continues, who initially declined comment, changed her tune after online backlash and told Axios, quote, the detail in a few lines of the book about the exact number of times he looked at his watch will be removed in future reprints and the ebook. The soon-to-be removed version of Psaki's book claimed, quote, the president...
You're always reading your book anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, she only got like...
book. You're a fucking idiot.
It's like 5 copies out there.
I sold more books in fucking 2 hours than you'll sell your entire life.
It's true.
Just quit.
It's true. But yeah, so she claimed that he only looked at his watch one time, and like we've all seen the pictures. This piece of shit, like while the bodies are literally coming off the plane,
yeah, all
right, of service members from the Afghan withdrawal, this is him checking his watch. It's fucked up, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
She's a dumbass. I think she gets it for the day.
Yeah, I mean, she's in the Hall of Fame. She's a dumbass Hall of Fame.
For sure. We should get her a jacket.
Yeah.
A straight jacket.
Yeah.
Or in her case, a gay straight jacket.
What's a gay straight jacket?
She's lesbian.
Is she?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's on
No, bro, she's married to some dude.
Is she?
Yeah. She's married.
You sure it's a dude?
I mean, I think so. I'm pretty sure she's married to a white dude. Let's get a fact check on that.
Yeah, she's married to a white dude.
What's
Gregory Meacher.
Gregory Meacher.
Bro, imagine being married to her, bro.
Imagine being named Greg.
Imagine having... No, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I try not to make fun of people's appearances.
No way.
Yeah.
No, that's not real.
Well, she feeds them well. I don't know what you're laughing at over there.
I had a joke, but we ain't gonna go there either. Not gonna go there.
I can make fun of you now that you're training again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make fun of me when I'm not.
But you are.
But you do.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on.
Guys, let's get into these headlines. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, links, articles, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You can find them linked there. With that being said, headline one. Let's go check in on the trial going on in New York. That's the big topic everybody wants to talk about today, Trump's trial in New York. Michael Cohen began his testifying today on the stand. And there's some interesting stuff coming out about that. Quick facts on this. So prosecutors with Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's office called on their star witness, ex-lawyer Michael Cohen, to testify in the New York v. Trump case on Monday. The prosecution is nearing the end of its witness list, at which point lawyers for Trump will present the main thrust of his defense. Now, Cohen's a documented liar, right? This is a guy who was in the Trump's organization, who was, allegedly supposed to be close to Trump, but he's a liar. He's perjured himself on the stand multiple times. He's been convicted of lying in testimony before. And this is supposed to be the prosecution's star witness, right? So they bring him in, and almost immediately, Senator J.D. Vance, who I like this guy. He's out of Ohio. He's a good dude.
Seems like it.
Yeah, seems like a pretty decent dude. But he's been ripping this guy apart. He said today, quote, "This guy is a convict and felon who admitted in his testimony that he secretly recorded his former employer, that he only did it once, allegedly, and that this was supposed to help Donald Trump. Does any reasonable, sensible person believe anything that Michael Cohen says? I don't think that they should," Vance said. So what's he talking about? Apparently, Cohen secretly recorded a conversation with Trump back in in 2016. Cohen testified today that during Trump's 16th day in court that he secretly recorded Trump on his iPhone on September 6th, 2016, just weeks before the general election, regarding a payment to former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker. According to the testimony, Pecker had paid former Playboy model Karen McDougal $150,000 to purchase her story that she said that she had an affair with Trump and to subsequently quiet her claims ahead of the election. The recording was played for the jury, which included Cohen telling Trump he needed to, quote, open up a company for the transfer of all of that info regarding our friend David, referring to Pecker. Quote, so what do we got to pay for this? $150? Trump is heard saying. Cohen argued in his testimony that Trump knew Pecker had purchased the rights to McDougal's claims of an affair and agreed to pay $150,000. Quote, he already knew based upon conversation with David, which is why he mentioned the number 150, Cohen said. Now, that's not the only shady part that got kind of exposed today. This piece that came out, this headline reads, Alvin Bragg's office deleted phone calls of Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels' lawyer. So a paralegal from Manhattan Attorney General Alvin Bragg's office testified on Friday during former President Donald Trump's hush money trial that some phone calls between Michael Cohen and Stephanie Clifford's, a.k.a. Stormy Daniels' lawyers, were deleted, raising questions about evidentiary integrity in a bid to challenge some of the evidence being put forward in President Trump's business records falsification trial in Manhattan. Trump attorney Emma Bove asked paralegal Jaden Jamal Schneider in court on Monday, on May 10th, about roughly 3 pages worth of records that the attorney claimed Mr. Bragg's office had deleted. Now, he confirmed those deletions. He acknowledged that some phone call records from 2018 between Mr. Cohen and Keith Davidson, Stormy Daniels' lawyer, had been deleted, along with some records of conversations between Ms. Clifford's manager, Gina Rodriguez, and the National Enquirer editor, Dylan Howard, about Stormy's claims that she had an affair with President Trump. The Trump attorney alleged that the deletions were significant, prompting Mr. Jamal Schneider to dispute that characterization, though he acknowledged that some of the records had been indeed deleted. And not just like deleted, but they knew they deleted them, submitted a paper with all of the call logs, with those call logs off for court records. So, I mean, a lot of bullshit happening in there. I still think the play is for Trump to just violate the gag order again and call the judge's bluff because, I mean, the case is almost done. They probably got about another 2 weeks or so before this is all over. I say you just get it over with and done with. Andy, what's your thoughts on all of this stuff?
I mean, look, dude, in all of these cases that have been going on with Trump, it's been already, the integrity of the investigation and the charges at hand, it's not even to the rank of questionable. It's fraudulent and it's insane. And, they put these buzzwords out there, 191 felonies so that the normies will pick it up and just use it as a talking point, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we see people talking about Trump, they're like, he's a felon. He's got 191 felonies, blah, blah, blah. And they're not paying attention to any of the details. And these people know that, right? Like these people doing this corruption, they know that all they have to do is charge him for him to be guilty in the public eye amongst the normies picking up the MSM sound clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened during COVID. It's what happened during Ukraine. It's what happened during what's going on right now in the Middle East.
The Me Too movement. I think
the Me
that's where it
Too
started.
movement, like all this shit. Like these people are literally like some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. And you can see that because when you go out in the street, like these people who do investigative or conversational reporting out in the street, and they walk up to people and they say, what do you think? Do you like I saw this one this morning. Do you think that men have more privilege than women in society? Oh, absolutely. Okay, well, tell me one privilege that they have that you don't have. Not a single one of these ladies could come up with a fucking thing of to back up anything they say.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a consistent theme with the progressive left and these young voters especially, or and the white middle class women voters who just see a news bite or they see a headline on CNN and they just repeat it over and over and over again. And so we have those people who will believe that, but then we have the common sense crowd and then the Trump supporters, right? Which I would characterize, there's basically 3 different pie slices of people that are what I would call common sense. There's people in the middle who probably identify with libertarians more than anybody else. There's people who are conservative who may not agree with everything that Trump says, but they're going to vote his way anyway. And then there's people who are pro-freedom / MAGA people who are going to, see right through this. And what's happening here is that the more they lean on Trump and the more they push on Trump, his poll numbers are going up because it's exposing the corruption in the courts. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that he's having to go through all this, because what it's doing is it's exposing how messed up our justice system is and how biased it can be. And people are starting to realize, especially the black community, they're starting to recognize this and say, dude, this is what they've been doing to us, right? And so I think that's the biggest segment of America that is actually shifting over to Trump, because they recognize the corruption from their own experiences, right? So, the more they push and the more they do this shit and the more they lean on them and the more they lie and the more they make up shit, the more likely is they're going to lose. And I called this from the beginning. When Alvin Bragg first started this shit up, I said, bro, this is going to blow up in their face. Yeah. I was having a conversation with our boy Steph from New York about this when it first happened. And he was telling me, he was a smart kid. I like him a lot. He was like, man, Bragg's a bad, and Steph is, by the way, Steph has typically identified with the left. And we were having a conversation in DMs, and he's like, Bragg's going to fucking get him, blah, blah, blah. I said, dude, watch. I said, it's going to blow up in their face. And that was about a year ago, when all this shit started happening. And it's blowing up in their face. And I think the more they lean on them, the more they persecute them, the more they judge them, the more they drive nails in their own coffin. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, same. I think the part that this is the part that bothers me is I'm at a point now where I feel like the integrity of our judicial system at all levels, local levels, state levels, federal levels, has been completely stained, like beyond repair almost, right? Mm-hmm. And so, the part that concerns me, it's like, man, how does that get fixed? How do you fix something that is obviously broken? You know what I'm saying? Like there's processes and procedures and written law and all of these. I mean, there are precedences that are being set right now that really concern me, man. And like that's what I don't know what this looks like. What does our legal system look like in 10 years? Yeah,
what is it? Well, what does the Reformation look like? It's needed.
Right.
How do you get these people out who are willing to, all of these attorneys and all of the people involved in the Georgia case, in the Agorian case, and in this case, and the fucking Fed raid case.
Yeah.
Bro, every single person involved deserves to go to jail. Yeah. All of them.
Bar licenses stripped.
Yeah, no, completely barred from law. If you're an FBI agent that put the top secret folder on fucking shit that wasn't top secret, took the photo, bro, this is all conspiracy. It's really like RICO, okay? And they all deserve to go to jail, and they deserve to be made examples of. Go to jail for life for what they've done, because the disruption that it's caused inside of our republic, it is significant. And when we look back at, the election in 2020, which the majority of Americans believe was fraudulent, not the majority of the right, the majority of Americans, meaning the Democrats and the Republicans, believe that there was massive fraud when you poll them. Okay, and if you watch the media and you watch CNN and MSNBC, they act like it's absurd to even say that. Yeah. But when you poll people, even the Democrats, they all say that this is what they believe. And when we look at that, and then we look at the economic damage that's happened because of COVID, because of the economy, because of this administration getting in, we look at the societal damage, the cultural damage, because of the open borders and what's going on. Like, dude, this is treason. This is treasonous shit. And for this to be fixed, every single one of those people has to be held accountable, and they will only be held accountable if people start demanding accountability. These people do not deserve to just go out into the world. And what I really think here, dude, is I think this is good. This is happening to Trump, that they're doing this, because I think it's going to allow these people to be held accountable, because that's the precedent that's being set right now, right?
No.
That he's not getting immunity. And he's said like 100 times, the presidentials deserve immunity, and if you don't give it to me and someone else gets in, you're going to have to play by that rules. And he, I've heard him.
He's setting it up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And so, like,
he's trying to protect them.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I think he's just pointing out that if they do this to them, he's going to do that to them. And they deserve to have it happen to them.
100%.
You have Hillary Clinton on TV saying, this man plans to jail his political opponents. Yes, because that's what you're doing. You're doing the same shit. And these people come on TV and pander to these, this isn't 2016 anymore, bro. Like, there's not this massive support for Hillary Clinton. And because she lives up in, fucking in her ivory tower and comes out dressed in, fucking empress outfits and shit and some cult shit.
Her pantsuits are so bad.
Bro, did you not see that thing she wore? She wears these things that are like robes. Yeah. Like, she thinks she's a fucking, like
fucking
some sort of empress.
Pharisees.
Yeah, I don't know what the she thinks, but she believes it. She thinks that she is up here and we are all down here, and there's not support for her. And the reason she can't identify that is because she's up in her ivory tower. So she comes in and she says these things, and everybody's like, no, that's what you're doing. It's very obvious that's what you're doing. And the more these people try to gaslight what they're actually doing, the more people are waking up. So I actually enjoy when they put Hillary Clinton on TV, because it wakes more people up. Like, dude, I have people in my family who are hardcore Democrats, and they're like, bro, this is up. Yeah. This is bad shit. Yeah. I didn't realize how bad it was. And these are people coming to me in my DMs being like, dude, and these are like my cousins and my family and people I know, and they're like, dude, I thought you were crazy, dude. I'm like, no, man. You think I don't care about you and everybody else? Like, people are waking up, dude. And for these people, her and these other people to come on TV and say these things, it's just opening up the eyes of many more Americans. So, so I actually think it's a good thing.
Well, I think, dude, too, on top of that, I think one point that people kind of miss at the bare minimum, like this what's happening right now with our legal system and all these charges and all these, pending felonies that Trump has on him, 91 and 94, something like that, indictments. This is election interference, bare minimum. Bare minimum.
Well, Andrew Bailey's suing him for the info on that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bare minimum is that. It's the same thing they did during the 2020 election. Like, I remember, I think Vivek also said it too when we had him on. He's like, I do believe the election was stolen, but not in the way that people think it was, right? Because he didn't, and he said, I don't have the evidence of all the ballot harvesting and stuff like that. But bare minimum, with the stuff that they did with the Russia collusion, right, and like the
Biden laptop,
all of that stuff, like that was election interference, right? Yeah. Like, they're doing the exact same thing, and like I know we've showed it. There was that little post of like, it's like a chronological order. Where it's like, there would be a Trump wins something, right? And then, this indictment pops up.
Yeah.
Then this, right? Like, or, charges against Hunter Biden. Like, they always have this like rebuttal on bullshit. And it's like, it's not a coincidence that all of these charges kind of came out at the same exact time.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence that we are in an election year, that Trump is running for president. He absolutely has the Republican seat, and there's no coincidence here. This is election interference, bare minimum. And just because if he wins, that doesn't make this shit go away either. They're still going to be, they still have to be held responsible for it.
Well, I think a lot more about this is going to come our way real soon.
Yeah.
So
we'll see, man. Yeah. We'll see. Guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go check some of these out, man. We got some interesting comments today. Let's check these out. Guys, this first comment comes from at Definitely Not DJ69. I will 100% be voting for Biden when they roll out a voucher program for free Popeyes chicken and purple Kool-Aid. Look here, man. Listen, don't use me to do your racism.
Yeah, right? Man.
That's what this is.
No, that takes away from your racism.
That's what I'm saying. I can do my shit just fine.
That's right. That dilutes yours.
And we all
Stop
know
diluting DJ's racism.
it ain't purple Kool-Aid, bro. It's purple drink.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not.
That's
DJ.
how. Listen. This is a white dude. 100%. All right, come on, man. Come on. At least make it convincing. Drop a few N-words in there or something. Damn.
Yeah, man. And stop diluting DJ's racism. That's against code, man.
Like, come on, man. Be authentic. Get your
Yeah.
own racism.
Yeah. Let's hear your own ideas.
Send them back. What? All right, guys. This next one. This next one comes from @Dave Z. He says, "No homo, but I got really hard hearing about an Andy presidency." What you mean by that?
That sounds pretty homo. I'm just saying.
What you mean by that?
Yeah. Trying to catch me in one of these Stormy Daniels cases. I did not have sexual relations
We're at Dave.
with Dave.
Dave Z.
Dave Z. I like that. Dave Z.
Dave Z.
I like
Yeah.
Jay-Z, but Dave Z.
Dave Z.
That's like the white Jay-Z.
Well, you see what I did there?
Yeah.
No Diddy, bro.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, guys. Too much Cialis for that guy.
This last one, we got one more here. This last one comes from Mike Lister 2169. Give Modot his 2 Deke goat trophy. That makes sense. That's not funny. Was hilarious. I wish I could have seen his face. I still don't know why that was funny. What are you talking about?
This must be one of our foreign listeners.
No, I think this is one of our Arkansas listeners.
2 Deeks. The 2 Deeks.
I love how they spell Modot. Bro, listen, I don't know if you guys, like, when I go through the comments, bro.
That's Modot.
Everybody, like, there's like 1,000 different ways they spell his name. I think it's great. I think that alone is awesome.
I think there's only one 2 Deek trophy, and I got it.
There is only one. There's only one.
Yeah. We don't know why it was funny either.
I don't know which part he's
Yeah.
talking about. I just like the 2 Deeks.
I have a hard time comprehending.
I
his
wonder if he
comment.
put that there because of like the censorship. Like, he couldn't spell out dick, so he put Deke.
Maybe.
But that is
I
it.
think he's talking about that makes sense. That's not funny. Was the microwave with the
Oh, when Modot was giving Andy a blowjob? Yeah. I remember that.
No, when you were making terrible jokes and we were just calling it out.
Wait, let's.
How does that not make sense to you?
Okay, let's revisit.
We're shooting fucking radiation into food.
Let's try it again. What's your thesis? What's the thesis?
The
here?
thesis is very simple.
Mhm.
We have a box that people stand in front of with 3 feet away from their fucking face while their hot pocket turns in circles.
So is it?
While their food is injected
Mhm.
with radiation, then they open the box where the radiation has just been shooting at their faces.
All in the face.
Yes, and then they eat the food that's been like, bro.
I'm with you. Now my question is, all right, we're talking about, the alter. So are you saying that like passes through?
I don't fucking know, bro. People get sick from that shit.
Mhm.
Who knows, dude? What? We made a magic box. You just hit a button, the shit gets hot. Does that make sense to you? Shouldn't it, like, dude, we're talking about, it's not fire in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense to me. It's just, I don't know, man.
Modot, shut the fuck up. You don't fucking agree. You don't even know.
I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, like, it doesn't seem.
It was just like no. Okay, the reason I laughed, guys, is because it just seemed like
Did you see the thing about the cell phones, like, causing brain tumors with people?
I did see that.
That people holding their cell phone to their ear and
Yeah.
causing brain tumors
I
on
did
the
see
side of their
that.
head.
Headaches,
They fucking-
migraines, all
Bro,
that shit.
apparently in France they banned certain cell phones because of it. That's.
Bro, I want to get like an old school Nokia.
I just want that. I want to get like an old school, like, before cell phone where I don't have one.
Oh, like you talking about?
Yeah,
You talking about like when you like used to send telegrams and shit?
yeah, like pigeons. That's what I want to get back to. I want to get back to pigeons, so people just leave me to fuck alone. Yeah, dude, I don't even check my fucking email. I don't even look at it. I emailed you. Yeah, cool. Fuck. They text me. They're like, "Oh, you didn't text me back." I know. like if it's that important, bro, you'll find me.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, fucking text someone else.
Well, guys, we appreciate you being real ass fans. Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, and shares. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that bell notification to get up to date on the latest episodes coming out as well. With that being said, man, let's keep this moving. Headline number 2. Did you see that rally that Trump held?
Yeah, man.
In fucking New Jersey?
Yeah.
Holy.
Hold on. Dude, he held a rally like that every day leading up to the 2020 election for 30 days.
30 days before that. For the whole month of October.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So if we go back in history, for the whole month of October in 2020, he held a rally just like that, where 50, 70,000 people showed up every single day for 30 days. So let's remember that. But yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. So the final official estimate is up to 100,000 people.
Yeah.
In New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's the shocking part for me, bro, because New Jersey is like.
Is it?
Was it? Maybe it was.
Is it?
I don't know if it is anymore.
Hold on. Is it?
Yeah.
Because we don't really know, bro. I also saw a report about the Dominion's executives, that the Dominion machines being controlled out of Canada by Chinese executives who were on the board of Dominion and had the ability to change. It came out this weekend. So
yeah, I don't know, man.
We don't really know who is for what because of the amount of election bullshit these people have been able to, like, dude, if you go into California and, you talk to people, they're sick of this shit. You go to New York, you talk to people, they're sick of this shit. So how come California and New York are always fucking blue? Who's to say they haven't been doing this for years in those areas because they had to get those votes in order to even be competitive?
Yeah, that's real.
Like just because this happened on a national level, allegedly, doesn't mean it couldn't have been happening in those two places for the last 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
So like
it makes you question everything.
Well, dude, that's what I'm saying. We don't really know how people feel where you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, did you see that video where they were at Venice Beach and it was like an old man and this guy was standing on top of one of those like concrete barrier pillars, and he was asking people who they were going to vote for, and this old man started saying, "I'm voting for Biden," and the guy's like, "Well, why are you voting for Biden?" Very civil. The guy couldn't give him any reasons. And then all of a sudden, dude, there was like 50 people walking by and they all started to like circle him around. All of them were wanting Trump. You know what I'm saying? That's in fucking Venice Beach, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I don't necessarily believe that New York and California or New Jersey, I don't necessarily believe that they're all these progressive left people or Democrats. I think in some of these states like Michigan, where, the auto industry has traditionally been Democrat because the Democratic Party has been for the working class 30 years ago, right? But without those guys realizing like, hey, that's not the case anymore. And I think they're starting to get it now. So, fuck, dude, I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, but I mean, dude, 100,000 people is insane. Here's a couple of clips.
USA! 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 USA!
I mean, that's a shit ton of people. A shit ton of people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But then it comes out, we got polls, and I promise you this is not a Trump rant. I got something to cover on this. But leading up to this, we got some new polls that come out. This headline reads, New York Times poll, Trump continues to dominate swing states, soars with Hispanic, Black, and young voters. Former President Donald Trump maintains a strong position among key swing state voters and has made historic inroads with Hispanic, Black, and young voters, New York Times, Siena, Philadelphia Inquirer polling found Monday. Trump leads in 5 of the 6 swing states. In 4 of the 5 states, excluding Pennsylvania, Trump's lead is outside the margin of error, meaning that if you were to fucking run the election today, Trump wins. No doubt. He gets all 270 plus some. And these are in key states. Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Trump is dominating.
Well, remember, he was dominating in 2020 too.
He was.
Listen, he had the election won at fucking 12 o'clock, 1
p.m.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Hold on. I was watching it till late.
Yeah.
I went to bed at like 12. I wake up, Biden's winning.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking curve goes straight up. Remember that?
Yeah. The F.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, with all of this stuff going on, right, here's the interesting piece that nobody's talking about today. This headline comes out, this article comes out. Report, Biden campaign floats virtual convention to avoid pro-Palestinian protests.
Okay, well, that's not why.
That's not why at all. Come on, man. Come on,
Same
man.
reason he was in his basement during 2020, because he can't get anybody to show the fuck up for him.
Isn't that the thing, though, right? So, like in 2020, what did they use to do that? They used COVID.
Yeah.
That they create.
Yeah.
Right? That they pushed. That
Yeah.
And COVID was the excuse, right? Now, here we are in 2024, and we got all of these protests all over the country, pro-Palestine, this whole Middle East debacle that's going on. And now they're saying he's going back to the basement because of those protests, which we just reported his donors are the ones supporting it. This is great. You can't make this up. President Joe Biden's campaign advisors seem to be afraid of the Democrat Party's voters, as some are reportedly pushing for aspects of a virtual convention to avoid protest over the administration's handling of the war between Israel and Hamas. Political Politics Bureau Chief Jonathan Martin reported Friday that some of Biden's closest advisors are looking to synthesize portions of a traditional convention with 2020's iteration, which was conducted virtually during the coronavirus pandemic. Good gosh, man. We're good, man.
I mean, dude, this is why they don't have him campaigning, because no one's going to show up.
Well, not only that, bro.
That's why Trump did those 30 appearances right before Election Day in 2020, because he wanted to show the physical draw versus Biden.
Yeah.
And
they
they
get like 15 people in fucking Jeeps.
Yeah.
Right? And Trump's got tens of thousands.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Or they were in a school gym with 6-foot circles so they could have 9 people there.
Right. And so they push the COVID stuff. They enforce the lockdowns to save face for Biden because he can't pull an audience. And here they go in 2024. They're about to do the exact same thing because they're scared of protesters that they paid and supported.
I mean, look, man, it's
bullshit. It's a good gameplay.
No, it ain't. It's bullshit. And everybody's going to know it this time.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to stop them from trying to cheat, dude. I think they're going to fucking cheat. I don't think there's any way possible they're going to allow him to win, whatever it takes. Because they know, like I've been saying, they know what that's going to mean for them.
Yeah.
And it's going to mean accountability for a whole lot of people. Like a whole lot of people are going to get arrested and go to jail, including probably former presidents of this country. So, yeah, there you go right there. This guy fucking ruined the country, dude.
Bro, listen, 100%.
Barack Obama.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't even want to claim him no more.
I mean, the guy's a piece of shit.
I'm going to call the committee.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to run the same play, man. Yep. They're going to run the exact same play. And so I think it's just important. What would you say is when we actually talk about the elections themselves, right? Like, what would you say is the important things that people, we the people, could be doing, both in like prep for the election and then actually getting to the election day? What would you say are the important things to look
Well, I think the first and foremost, most important is that everybody votes. All right. Like, here's what happens a lot of times. A lot of people think because the candidate might have a ton of momentum, right? And they think it's an automatic that they're going to win. And they're like, well, fuck it. It doesn't really matter if I vote. I got shit to do today, blah, blah, blah. And because they think everybody else is going to vote. But when you have everybody thinking like that, that causes a problem. So I think it's very important that everybody realize that they have to vote. And if you're one of these people who believes that the election doesn't matter and you shouldn't vote, you should still go vote. That way it can be proven that the election was fraudulent. So it's very important that people vote. I think the second thing is it's important that people make sure that there's checks and balances in their community, and watching these polling centers so that people aren't dropping off, 50,000 fucking votes at 4 a.m. I think there's going to be a need to literally man the polling stations with people, and that could be of both parties. I think that's, it's not just one party. Like, people from both parties should be watching the polling stations to make sure that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the two main things that need to happen.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like I know one simple thing too. Shit, sign up to become an election judge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get I think it's not enough for gas money, but you get paid. I think it's like, you get like $200 or something. So it won't be enough to cover your gas, but yeah, sign up to be an election judge.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just opt out of being involved because they think other people are going to handle it, and we can see where that's gotten this country.
The red wave. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, there's things. I think ultimately, dude, it's a civic duty, man. I think in the time that we're in right now, you can't just trust that Joe Schmo, your neighbor, is going to take care of it.
Well, I really believe that that's what's happening. I believe people get overconfident. They believe that everybody else, there's no way that we can lose this. It's no different than a football team going out on the field that's 11-0 facing a team that's not won a game. You still got to play the fucking game.
Yeah, or being up 30-0 at halftime.
Yeah, you can lose that game, right? And so when people start thinking, oh, well, we got it in the bag, this and that, that's where bad things happen. And I think that's what we've been suffering from for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
People just refuse to do their part and refuse to get engaged. And I think it's important for everybody that listens to this show, regardless of how you vote. Now, I think we all know most of the people on this show are going to vote for Trump. I think it's important that you go talk to people legitimately about the issues. Because I can tell you this, if the Biden administration stays in and they somehow cheat, our country will fail in the next 4 years. Our economy will collapse. You will be destitute, and there will be starvation happening here. And we will be a third world country. That's reality. We won't survive it. And people think that's extremism or alarmism. It's not. It's just facts. And that's coming from a person who runs multiple companies, who understands the economic factors at play here. Okay, if there's no customers, there's no business. If there's no business, there's no economy. And that's where we're headed right now. And we got all these little communist fucks running around demanding that, they get part of your wealth that you've worked your entire life for. Or, if you have big dreams and you haven't created wealth, they think that you should go work for them so that they can have what the fuck you're having, even though they're not doing a goddamn thing. And this comes back to the thing that I keep talking about. People who don't pay taxes, who do not file a tax return, should not be able to vote. Most of these people don't fucking contribute. They run around waiting for the government to forgive their loans or give them some benefits or pay for their shit. And in the meantime, they don't do anything. They don't file a tax return, dude. So why the fuck are we giving them the ability to have any say in what we do? I don't think those people have. I think that's a fundamental change in the voting system that needs to happen if we want to have a productive, prosperous country.
Yeah.
I also think that a lot of the financial aid that I think we need financial aid. I think we need programs to help people get on their feet. But I think, being on those programs for your entire life is unacceptable. I think we have to have restrictions around that. And I guarantee if you put restrictions around those things and made it so people weren't able to milk them for 30 years, people would figure out a way to fucking survive, or they won't. And it won't matter. Yeah. So dude, at this point in time, dude, we need to get back to the capitalist roots of this country because, they say trickle down economics doesn't work. No, it does work. It does work when the government's not taxing the fuck out of businesses and individuals and taxing them to the point just below what would actually cause them to financially break, which is where we're at now. It does work when you're actually involved in the system. It does work when you work hard and you dedicate yourself. Does it work for people that don't file a tax return and sit all around all day on welfare and off? No, it doesn't work for them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so but those there's enough of those people that they make an impact in the vote. And so I don't believe that if you're on public assistance, I don't believe that if you have not filed a current tax return that you should be able to vote. And I think we have to put real restrictions around who can vote, not just voter ID, but like you're approved to vote because you filed this. You know what I'm saying?
You're a contributing member of society.
That's correct, dude. We cannot allow our country to continue, because why do you think they're importing all these people, not just because they want them to replace, or change the demographic of the country or just vote for Joe Biden.
Which they are doing.
Well, no, but they know those people are going to struggle financially. So they know that if they bring in all these people, that those people will vote not just for Biden, but they will always vote to take from the people who have earned their lives for themselves. And if they can outnumber the amount of people that are producing, they will create a true communist system. And the problem with that is that our economy will collapse. Privately owned businesses will collapse, which is what they want. And then all services, all goods, everything will come from government, which we've seen over and over and over again throughout history does not work. Millions of people starve and die because the government's so inefficient. The government would never, ever, ever, ever be as efficient and effective as a privately owned business, because a privately owned business has motivation to earn a profit. The government doesn't. They're a bureaucracy. They don't get rewarded for doing a good job. They get what they get no matter what. So, something has to change there. And if we changed it to a situation where, these people that are importing, now if you had someone who's paying taxes, even if they're 15 years old, I don't give a shit, let them vote, right? If they're a woman and they pay taxes, let them vote. If they're a this and they pay taxes, let them vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Because we can't have these people who aren't working, who aren't providing, who aren't contributing to the country having a say, especially when there's becoming more and more and more of them because they're importing them now.
It's a conflict of interest.
It totally, dude.
Bare minimum.
It's not right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, jumping on this conversation, down in the comments, let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our third and final headline. Headline number 3. Headline number 3 reads, farmers will now get paid to test their dairy cows for bird flu. Now, this is an interesting one. Stay with me, guys, because I want to let's connect some dots here. Sandy. Headline, the article continues. Federal authorities on Friday pledged nearly $200 million in an attempt to control the spread of bird flu on dairy farms. Some of that money would go directly to farms to help them reduce the spread of the virus, cover veterinarian costs, and compensate farmers who've lost milk because of sick cows. The money is also intended to encourage testing of both dairy cows and the people who work closely with them. A key step, experts say, in understanding the true scope of bird flu, also known as H5N1, across the United States. Quote, incentives work very well to get a better understanding of epidemiology, said Caitlin Jetelina, who tracks illnesses for a website called Your Local Epidemiologist. Right now, there is no requirement for dairy cows to be tested unless they're being moved across state lines, according to a recent federal order. Otherwise, the decision is left to the farmers. Now, during a press briefing Friday, Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack said around 80 cows had been tested since the order went into effect. A USDA spokesperson later clarified that since the order went into effect, an additional 80 tests have been conducted daily. As of Friday, 42 herds in 9 states, Colorado, Idaho, Kansas, Michigan, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, Ohio, and Texas, had been affected by the outbreak. Quote, those 42 family farm operations are suffering, and we want to make sure we're there to provide help and assistance, Vilsack said. The USDA will offer $98 million to affected farms over the next 4 months, which could equate to as much as $28,000 per farm, Vilsack said. Now, again, farmers will now get paid to test the dairy cows for this bird flu. Okay. Now we got to go back to like 2020, 2021. Do you remember people being able to get paid to do COVID tests? Right?
Yeah.
A decent amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Almost $200 a test.
Mm-hmm.
In some places, depending on what state you guys are in. This is actually straight from the Department of Health and Human Services, their own HHS.gov website, talking about this. Now, there was an issue with the COVID tests.
Mm-hmm.
What was it with the PCR rate?
The PCR test, the cycle rate on the PCR test was turned up to such a rate where if you even had like one little molecule of a virus, not enough viral load to actually get you sick, it would still test you positive.
Yeah, it's almost a direct quote from the study itself.
Yeah, and then they took the case numbers and so what they did was, if you guys remember, they incentivized doctors' offices and organizations to PCR test their people. And then they took those test results from the cycle rate that was turned up super high, which, like I said, would detect an amount of virus that didn't have the viral load to actually get someone sick. It would turn out as a positive COVID test. And then they took that and they created the hysteria around COVID. Okay, so what this sounds like to me is they're doing the same thing with bird flu. So they're gonna provide these tests. You know, they're gonna cycle the rate up. They're gonna say, look at this bird flu outbreak, and then they're gonna create a massive fucking situation where likelihood, what they'll probably do is they'll say, it's time to kill all these animals, right? Which will create a fucking situation where we're starving. This,
dude, the fucking paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, and that's not just us saying that. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if they put the fucking virus in the motherfucking tests,
dude,
to get them into the fucking system.
Well, so listen, there's some interesting things with this. By the way, this is the article from New York Times, New York Times. Your coronavirus test is positive. Maybe it shouldn't be. Where they go in detail and they talk about that specifically, stating how in 3 sets of testing data that included cycle thresholds, right, compiled by officials in Massachusetts, New York, and Nevada, up to 90% of people testing positive carried barely any virus.
They didn't care, though. They just wanted to scare the fuck out of people and create hysteria so that they could justify the state of emergency, which took away our rights.
Now, and let me ask you the question. When you incentivize a behavior, what do you get?
The behavior.
More of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if they're incentivizing, now let's pay attention to who's actually being affected by this, because I think that's also very, very important. We're not talking about, these big, massive, corporate farms. What are we talking about?
42 family farm operations.
Small business, small family farms, where I'm sure that these cows are literally all
they're going to go through and they're going to say all these little farms got to destroy their cattle, destroy their livestock. They're going to put them out of business. They're going to leave the big corporate farming operations out of it. And then when the farmers can't pay their farms off because they can't pay their property tax, the government's going to reconfiscate the land, which is what they're doing to create the idea of you will own nothing and you will be happy. This is how the government reclaims quote unquote property. It's not really reclamation in the first place because you don't own your property, right? Like even if you have your property paid off, you still got to pay the government to own your property. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's
it's a scheme.
Grand.
It's a scheme.
Yeah.
We don't own shit as individuals, right? We pay fucking 40% income tax plus all the other tax we pay, which equals way over 50% when we add it all up. Then we pay, if we decide to build something with our life, they want us to pay a 40% capital gains tax, which means if I build $1 billion business, I got to pay them $400 million just because. It means that they're my partner. Fuck you, you're not my partner. Then out of that $600 million I get to keep, when I die, they get 65% of it. Okay, this is the system that we live in. People do not understand the tax code. We are not free. We are fucking slaves. And this is just another example. It's almost the exact parallel example of what they did to small businesses owned by the middle class during COVID, but now they're doing it with farms.
Yeah.
And so, this is what they're going to try to do. And 4 years ago, what they tried to do, and they did this in Canada and they did this in Europe to a lot of people until the farmers fucking got sick of it. They remember the supply chain issues?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it caused massive fertilizer increases and massive feed increases and massive fuel. These farms barely make a profit, bro. They pay
in a good time.
Yes. And these people understand that if they turn up the expenses on these farmers, that these farms are going to go out just like these small businesses were, and the government's going to actually end up owning them again. Mm-hmm. So, that's how I see this playing out.
Dude, and it's so interesting, man, because they're running this play right now. And again, guys, listen, this is a speculative show, right? We just try to connect the dots how we see them. But that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's because
that's what they do.
It's exactly
Listen,
what they
it's
do,
not
man.
a conspiracy. They fucking do this. Like, this is what the fuck they do. Like, this is what they do. This is what they're doing. They're doing this as we are part of the World Economic Forum agenda here in the United States. They're already doing this all through Western Europe. Remember all those farmers that revolted? That's what this shit's about. Okay, it was all the farming restrictions that were creating a situation where farmers couldn't operate and they were going to lose their fucking farms. Up in Canada, they've been doing this to farmers for the last 4 years, and many of these farmers have lost their land, had their land reclaimed by the fucking Canadian government, which is a total communist government already. And dude, now they're trying to do it here. And the reason that we're behind everybody in this agenda is because we have fucking guns. So they can't come in and just force us like they've been doing in Europe and like they've been doing in Canada. They have to inch it forward. And so, yeah, dude, I think this is a much bigger story than people are paying attention to, because what will happen is that when they start testing these cattle, they will say there's a huge, massive bird flu outbreak on all these family farms. Yeah. And then they will say these big corporate farms are immune from it. And they will fucking straight up do that, bro. Yeah. And they'll remove the ability to get truly farm-grown, farm-raised beef. And then all we'll be able to get is their bullshit. And then if we don't want to, if they decide they don't want us to have meat, all they got to do is stop selling it to us. You know, and by the way, we all know what the kind of meat we get from those fucking places. We get the bullshit. We get all the fucking chemicals and all the shit injected into them, right? Like, dude.
But Dukes, that's a big move too, dude. Like, I know a lot of
people. The government should not be involved at all in your ability to buy locally grown food or meat at all. They have no right to be involved in that.
No. And like, dude, I know quite a few people that have done the whole, you know, like local owned, locally sourced stuff, like the raw milk and stuff like that. I don't know too many people like local to me. I would like to do that stuff.
Bro, it's all over. That's my Taylor.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, dude, there's a big movement, you know what I'm saying? But now this appears to be like their threat to kind of quash that, you know?
Dude, most people have never even had like an actual steak, bro. All they've gotten is these bullshit antibiotic fucking hormone-induced steaks. Yeah. They've never had a real steak. They've never had a real steak from a real cow that has been raised the right way. They've never had an elk steak that someone just like shot in the fucking woods and brought it straight to the table. Like, dude, I'm not a hunter, but I've had good elk steaks from my buddies. They send them to me. Fuck. Bro, you guys are like, dude, and this is shit we can provide for ourselves, right? And this is the biggest case for hunting, in my opinion. You know, you guys know I'm not a hunter, but mainly because I love animals. And if I have to and shit gets weird, I'm going to go kill some fucking animals because, like, I'm not going to starve. But at the end of the day, you know, these people shouldn't be involved in the ability. It should be total capitalism. It should be, if you want to buy it, if I want to buy my cows from my father-in-law out at his farm, I can do that. If I want to buy them from the grocery store, from one of the big global corps, I can do that. And they should be allowed to compete on an even playing field. And because these motherfuckers have so much money, they're creating all these rules. And dude, nothing about this is good for us. And so we have to get in a place where we all understand what's actually going on. There is a very anti-human, it's not just anti-American, it's anti-human being agenda that part of the population is like just screaming in support for. Like, dude, this is not about green earth. This is not about, like, dude, we had Curtis Bowers on, who's produced two different very, very good movies, Agenda and Agenda 2, which you can get on Amazon. Talk about the green movement and the what the fuck do they call it? The eco movement or whatever the fuck that, you know, Greta Thunberg, what's she call it?
Like the new Green Deal and all that
whatever.
Shit.
Fucking idiot shit.
Climate change.
Yeah. Bro, do you understand that if we eliminate all the carbon dioxide production, do you know what would happen to the plants?
We're all dead.
Do you not remember, like, in the fucking first science class you ever took where it said, trees make oxygen, humans make carbon dioxide, which feed the trees? Like, if you really want the fucking plants and the trees to grow properly, you need carbon dioxide for that to happen. And like these idiots who are, you know, they're being straight up lied to, you know, because, dude, everybody cares about the environment. Yeah, we all care about the environment, but you idiots just don't know how it works. So, like,
I want to save the planets and save the earth and the trees by killing them off.
It's whatever, dude. Like, but it's just the whole environmental movement is a vessel for communism globally, and people buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think, and let us know down there. I like cows.
I like to eat them.
I listen.
Yeah,
I get steak up.
Yep.
Bro,
I like them as animals too, but I'm not gonna stop eating them.
I want what's the hairy one name? Like the curly hair?
Highland?
Yeah, the Highland.
Yeah.
Bro, I want a Highland cow.
Yeah, they're
Like,
cool.
I'll take the pool out.
I would
for
have
the cow.
I would have pet cows that I wouldn't eat, but I would eat other people's cows.
Oh, I'll eat somebody else's
Yeah.
cow in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. Those are my cows. Yeah, they're on my squad, bro. I'm not eating them.
Yeah. Bro, I want one of those Highland cows, man. Those things look just cool.
Yeah, they do.
They look so cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to getting the dairy cows and shit, but I'm lactose, bro. Milk me up.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. Like bad.
You ought to probably try that whole milk, bro,
Well, I use the Fairlife shit.
or the raw milk. I mean,
Well, see, that's what I was about to say because I've
Yeah.
heard people say but I'm still like, bro, listen, it's bad.
yeah. Well,
Like I will clear this whole building out. You know what I'm saying? You give me some real milk.
yeah, I know. You're the only guy I know that takes shits that last over an hour. Anyway, yeah, well, this is very dangerous, and people should pay attention to the story because this is how they reconfiscate land and eliminate food supply and create dependency on the government.
And make it seem like a good idea.
That's right.
Yeah, that's real, man. Guys, that was our third and final headline. Let's get into our final segment of the show. As always, thumbs up or dumb as fuck. This is where we bring a headline up and talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. So with that being said, let's get into this. Andy, let me ask you a question. Are you do you like pranks?
Well, as long as they're not on pranks on me.
Oh, okay. So you like, okay.
I like them on other people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you, because I feel like, bro, I know the high school you went
Man,
to.
motherfucker, everybody ever pranked me? You know anybody that's ever pranked me?
No, actually, I don't.
That's because they're dead.
Well, like I feel like I know the high school you went to. Did y'all do any like senior pranks and shit? Did you ever?
They did, but I didn't do that.
You didn't
shit.
participate?
Nah.
Or is that just like you pleading the fifth, or like?
No, I don't. I mean, like this shit's not like, dude.
You're not a big prank guy?
No, dude. Did you see the one I sent you from that fucking dude on the golf course?
Oh, that's funny, Andy, because that's exactly what I got here,
Oh, this is fucking good.
bro. This is how I read. Get the fuck out of here. Golfers just about killed their pawpaw with the fake snake on the string.
Now, this is one that I laughed my ass off, but if it had happened to me, you'd all be dead. No fucking question, bro. I do not fuck with snakes.
I get it. The headline article reads, it says, there's a fine line between pranking your pawpaw and elder abuse. So the golfers in this video are riding that line with this fake snake on a string prank.
See this? Oh, dude.
Officially, it's a little cruel to do something like this to an older gentleman who is just trying to enjoy a day out at the golf course. Unofficially, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Dude.
This is one of those videos where you laugh your you-know-what off as you simultaneously feel bad for the person that's the butt of the joke. When the footage first picks up, the older man is giggling about something. I'm assuming he just got done wrapping up a world-class dad joke. But he stops laughing pretty fast when his friends warn him that a snake is going after his feet. In reality, one of the golfers had attached the snake to the man's pants with some fishing line, so he was dragging behind him. It's tough to tell that, though, when you are the person getting pranked in the heat of the moment. Here's the video. Here's the clip.
Okay. Including people who have a dead tree and let it fall on a neighbor's car. Okay. Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! It's fake! It's fake! It's fake! It's fake! I'm sorry.
Look at his face.
I don't like snakes.
Fuck, dude. He about broke his back hitting that golf cart.
Breathe.
Dude, that's funny. If
That was
were me,
fucked up, man.
If that were me, I would kill those dudes. You'd be in a fucking hole. What happened to DJ? I don't know, man. Fucking didn't show up to work. Bro, that's some funny ass shit, but like not funny at the same time, dude. Bro, you see how hard he hit that golf cart? Dude, he goes from laughing to scared shitless. And...
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Get the out of here.
It's fake! It's fake! It's fake!
Look at his face.
I don't like snakes.
Bro, he stays so calm. I don't like snakes. You don't say. Oh, dude. That's a good one. I'm just glad it wasn't me, dude. I would straight up shit my pants. Motherfucker, that would be the end of my day of golf.
Oh, fuck.
Remember,
man.
I got heart problems, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
You can't fuck with me like that.
That's real.
Fuck. Dude, I love how the guy just goes, I don't like snakes. It sounds like Forrest Gump.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude. How sore you think he was the next day after hitting that golf cart like that?
Listen, I'm surprised he didn't break a hip.
Bro.
Fuck, man. It was a golf cart, all right.
Dude.
That's bad, man.
Bro, when I first saw that, I fucking watched it 100 times. I watched it 100 times.
Man, listen,
Bro,
man.
we need to get somebody around here with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
Sal don't listen to the show because he's too busy. We get Sal with it.
get Sal.
Yeah.
I'll attach I'll put a black person on the fishing line and attach it to him, see what he does.
Don't be a hoe. Share the
That
show.
was funny. That was funny.
Was it?
That was funny.
Nah, dude. Oh. Fuck.
Woo!
Fuck those snakes, man.
Yeah, fuck the snakes.
Bro, do you see that fucking video of fucking Tarzan handling that king cobra?
Oh yeah.
You know Mike Holston, Tarzan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, bro, the real Tarzan on Instagram.
Bro, I was watching his reels like
Holy
for 2
shit.
hours the other night.
Bro, he's got one that he just posted like over the weekend. It's like this huge king cobra.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, best comment wins. I said, best comment is nope. It got like 2,000 likes on it.
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you don't like snakes.
No, dude, fucking snakes are bad. They're
Yeah.
demons.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, they're demonic.
I just don't f- the venomous ones.
I don't fuck with any of them, bro.
Yeah, I'm okay with like non-venomous snakes, but
I don't understand how you could like snakes. Like, how could someone like a snake?
I mean they're cool creatures, bro. Like
No,
how
they're
they-
not.
How they move.
No, they're
They're
not.
intelligent. Smart.
How are they smart?
I mean, like, bro. I mean, just survival-wise, they're smart. Like, incredibly smart. Like, and they can be.
I feel
very
like you're
social.
just lying right
no,
now.
no, they can be very social too.
Is he making this up?
Yeah, he's definitely making
No,
it up.
bro.
He's covering his tracks.
I've had a snake. I got 2 snakes. I still have 1 snake.
Yeah, if it died because you didn't take care of it.
No, it was fucking like 13 years old, bro. Captive snakes don't live that long.
How long do snakes live?
Well,
they,
if there's
they
a
live
lot,
like they live like 1,000 years, don't they?
yeah. Well, I mean, Pelosi's still here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How long does a snake live?
It depends. Like if they're in captivity, it's not that long, bro. Like out in the wild, bro, they can live pretty long. Wait for Modoc.
Lifespans range from 2 to 50 years.
2 to 50?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Dude, you know what I want to get?
What?
I want to get elephants.
That'd be cool.
Bro, I've been seeing some cool elephant videos on Instagram. Man, elephants are pretty
You
awesome.
gotta get you a baby though.
And they're real smart.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, I want to get. Well, dude, you can't. I don't think you can get babies because, like, unless you have your adults have babies because, like, they're like super bonded.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be cool.
How much do elephants cost?
A lot.
Like how do you? What's a
Yeah.
lot?
How much does an elephant cost? I know giraffes are like 400 grand.
Anywhere between
Damn.
30 to 40,000.
No, that's not
That's
bad.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
not
dude.
bad.
I'm gonna get a whole. I'm gonna get a whole herd.
Oh, that's a dead elephant.
Oh, I don't want that.
The price of a dead elephant is about $30,000 to $40,000 for its tusks.
Oh, that's just for the tusk.
Dude,
but that's gonna get raided by
have
the
you ever seen that
FBI.
video? Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Have you seen that video where the people are the elephants, like there's like 5 people lined up and he's reaching out over the cage, like the top of the whatever, and he's like touching all of them, and then this one chick has her phone and he punches her in the face with his trunk. No fucking pictures, bitch. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, cool, man. We're,
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, that was funny.
Thumbs up.
That was
I
a good
agree.
one.
I agree. I hope he's all right. He looks like a.
He handled it pretty good.
No, he took it like a champ.
Yeah.
Took it
That
like
guy
a champ.
seemed like he was already plotting his revenge. You know what I'm saying? These guys seem like they've been doing this shit to each other for a long time.
Like that's every
Like,
time they go golfing.
you could see it on his face
That's
when he
bullshit.
was. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill these dudes.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah. All right.
What if that's the next? In recent news, a man killed 4 people on the golf course.
Yeah.
Well, thumbs up to that man,
Yeah.
guys. Andy, that's all I got.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.